maybe the percentage of each of those items in the store. You can use you are not expected to use the line chart. In, in that case, you can use the pie chart. It shows distribution. Pie chart easily shows distribution, then line chart easily show trends over a particular period of time. So please, that's another thing I want us to take note of. And also make your charts as simple as possible such that people can easily see. And also when we work on dashboard, so you see, so you make your dashboard very simple. So now let's say we want to, okay, what we have here is we have state by sum of profit. Here you are not really expected to use line charts because you are not showing trend over a particular period of time. So you can't use line chart, you can't use pie chart. So what you can use here is the column chart. That's the stacked column chart. We have stacked column chart, we have plus stacked column chart. So and for you, we have pivot chart already. So when you click on any, when you select any cell within our pivot table, then under our insert tab we have our pivot chart or recommended chart. So let's use the recommended chart. So you see that Excel also understands the chart we are to use for our data. Excel actually understands. So you can see that the first one that appears there is the column chart. So, and I already said that in this type of, if you want to present this type of data, you have to use the column chart. Then you can see that that's what appears first. So let's click OK, and let's see the little we can do with our chart. So let's click OK. All right. So, and if you want to work on charts like this, so you're not expected to work on it where you have your pivot table or where you have your working. So you're expected to create another worksheet again. You have to create another worksheet, and you name it you can name it chart, you can name it dashboard, you can name it anything. So let's rename. So we've renamed as charts, and we go to our pivot table. And we Control C. So you can use Control C to copy. So it will copy, and you Control V to paste. So can you all see it? Hello? Hello, can you all see it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So from here we can do a lot of things with our chart. Now let's click on the plus icon, and okay, firstly let's rename our chart, our state by, sum of profit by state. So can you see how we can rename our chart? So sum of profit by state. Okay, good. So when you highlight the this when you highlight the top, the headings, which is the sum of profit by state, you can reduce the font, you can change the font name. So let's just highlight and let's highlight and change the font font size. Let's just change it to around 11 or 10. Okay, I think it has reduced already. Okay. All right. So let's bring it out a bit. Let's shift the chart to the left so that we can see the plus. And okay, so we have this plus icon. Let's click on the plus, that plus icon, and in our chart. So can you see the first option here is the axis? Can we all see it? So let's see the axis. The axis is the y-axis, the x-axis. So if we uncheck the box for y-axis, the x-axis, the values will disappear. Can we see now? So we can see that the values for our sum of profit and even the state has disappeared. So let's check the box again. And this arrow button, when you click on the arrow button, it will bring out some options. So we have the primary horizontal and the primary vertical. So the primary horizontal is the list of states. That's the name of our state. And the primary vertical is the sum of profits. So anyone you want to see, but I'm sure you will want to see the states. So you might not really need the what's it called, the sum of profit, but you will want to see the state so that you can know the state that appears first. And that is that about the axis. We have our axis title. So we've removed the axis at default. The axis title has been removed, but if you check the box, we can see that we have axis title. So but since we've named our chart as sum of profit by state, that means sum of profit is at the vertical and state is at the horizontal. So you don't really need the axis title. Then we have our chart title. Of course, we will have our chart title. But if you uncheck the box, we will see that sum of state will disappear. So for the chart title, so we can see that we can't see that again, and we have to just check the box. So when we check the box, you can see that it has gone back to the default, which is total. So you have to rename again as sum of profit by state. Okay, so let's continue. Plus with the plus icon. Okay, so let's continue with the plus icon and let's see the number of stuff we have. So we have the data label. So that means it will give each of the column its own value. And we have the error bars. We have the grid line. So if you uncheck the box for grid line, so we majorly don't use error bars except in some cases. So that's when we use the error bars. So for the grid lines, so it is all those horizontal lines. So if you uncheck the box, you see that the horizontal line will disappear. So let's uncheck the box. We can see that it has disappeared. So let's just leave it like this. So we don't want the grid line. And The legend is that total. So we have that rectangular, that square box and total beside it. So that's the legend. So if we uncheck the box, we see that it will disappear. So we don't need the legend also. Let's remove the legend. Good. And we don't really need trend line. So, but let's see what the trend line does. So we can see it picks it from the highest down to the least state. So, but we don't really need the grid lines. Also, what we are to do here is we want to remove the field buttons. So the field buttons are that sum of profits and this what's it called, the state. We can see just by the top left and the bottom left. Top left and bottom left, we have sum of profit and we also have state. So under our analyze tab, I want us to see under our analyze tab. So then we have field list and field button. So the field list is the list of our of columns in our pivot table, and the field button is this sum of profits and state. So let's hide the field button. So when you drop down the field button, let's just click on the field button. So we've hid the field buttons. So please, I believe we are following, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I believe we can see the editing we are doing on our chart now, and it's coming out fine already. Now let's select all the columns. Let's just select all the columns of our chart. So we'll just click on any of the column. Okay, let's uncheck the pivot chart fields. Let's uncheck all those boxes. Okay, and we have format. Just beside the pivot chart list, we have format, and this is where we can change the color of our columns. What I mean by columns is all these bars. Where we have California, we can see that the bar is longer. That's columns. Then New York, so those are columns. So we have different options. So under our pivot, our format chart area, let's drop down the field. Please, can you mute your mic? Hello, please, can you mute your mic? Okay, so where we have the format chart area, we have three icons there. We have the first one where we have fill and border. So now let's click on the second icon under our format chart area. So here we also have editing that we can do to our chart under the second icon, and also let's check the third icon. So here we have our properties, we have size. So if you want to increase the size of your chart, and under properties, so we also have some editings we can do there. Now let's check the first icon there. So we have fill, we have color. Now let's change the color of the fill. So where we have color, so we can see that the color at default is white. So let's just play with some colors there and let's see So you can see that we've changed the background, right? So depending on the color you want to use for your dashboard determines the color or field you are using. So if you are conversant with designs, you can see that there are colors you are not expected to match together or use together. Yes, either light color, either deep colors, probably secondary, primary colors. So there are some that you are not expected to use together. So depending on the color of your dashboard, it will determine the color of your field. So and also we can use border, we can use the no lines, we can use solid line as our border, we can use gradient line as our, our borders. So let's go to our pivot table. So let's just check each of those pivot table. We can see that the pivot and chart field has appeared. Okay, so we have our pivot chart field. Okay, so now we can delete these charts. So you can just right click and you delete, or cut or anything. So if it is cut, if it is delete, so we've deleted that. Now let's create another one more pivot table. So that means we'll go to our table, right? So we'll go to our table. Don't forget we're having this pivot table under sheet 6. So let's go to our normal table. Okay. So now let's create another pivot table. So under the insert tab, we have pivot table. So we use the pivot table. We use pivot table. Let's use pivot table. Then existing worksheets, and we change. So we are working with worksheet 6. So we'll just locate worksheet 6. Okay, now let's reference cell A17. So we just leave some gap between our first pivot table and the second. So let's reference cell A17. A17. So and we just click OK. All right. Now by the right, we can see the list of our columns. So we have the row ID, we have the order ID, order date. Now let's scroll down to see other columns that we have. Okay, we have the quantity. Now let's see region by profit. Let's see region by profit. Let's see the region that give us the highest profit. So without being told, you will know that it is those regions that maybe California is there, maybe New York is there, Washington is there, Texas is there. Those regions that the city has the highest profit, sum of profit. It is that region that will give us the highest uh, highest sum of profit too. Okay, now we can see, okay, central. So now now we don't know if it is central that is having the highest, what's it called, highest profit, sum of profit. So what we have to do is we value filter. So let's value filter. So that means we'll drop down and top. You can see that our list is not up to top 10. So let's just do top 4. Okay, so we have, okay, let's do top 3 and okay, this is the first. Okay, West is coming first as a region with the highest profit. Now let's do top 3. Let's just see the first 3 region. Okay, top 3. Okay, East. Okay, East is coming first. Then we have South, and we have West. Okay, so after we've sort descending by the sum of profits, so we can see that okay, West is coming first as the region with the highest profit, and East is coming as the least region with the highest profit. Okay, so let's move to the right hand side. We can see that by the right side we have rows. Okay, we have filters, we have columns, we have rows, we have values. So anytime you want to work with pivot table and with your columns, you don't place categorical values under values. What I mean by categorical values are maybe test values, like maybe states. Maybe state can be 1, state can be 2, state can be maybe New York, it can be Texas. But numerical values, so that's, I mean, numerical data, like maybe profit, like quantity, like sales, that's what you place under the values. And for rows, okay, now let's check something. Now let's click on the on state. Let's check the box for states. So, and we can see that, okay, so we can see that it has grouped each of those states to their respective region. Can we see? Hello, please, can we all see?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now let's drag the state where by our right. Let's drag the state to under rows. We'll just drag the state to columns, and let's see how it will appear. So we'll just drag to columns. Okay, so we can see that it is not really appearing okay like this. So that means in this case, you can't just drag anything, like, okay, say maybe you want to drag the states to columns, or you are dragging region to rows. So you can't just do that. So now let's uncheck the box for our states. Then we have this. So now let's create a chart for this. Let's just create a pi a column chart. A column chart. Okay, so let's copy and paste on the chart. Okay, so to make a now let's okay, we don't want to see the field list. Now let's hide the pivot, I mean the pivot chart fields. So we'll go to analyze. So we'll go to analyze tab and field list. So you just hide, let's just hide the field list. So just click on it, and so it's hidden already. So just click on the field list. Okay, now let's select our chart. So now if we want to format this chart, we don't need to go over all the processes we've gone through. So Excel has also provided us with features, with a feature that we can use, which is the format painter. So when you click, what you will do is you will select the one you've worked on. So let's select the first chart we've worked on. So just select the first chart that we worked on already, which is the sum. So okay. Now under the home tab, so we have format painter just by the left. We have format painter just by the left. So you just click on format painter. So once you click, then you will go to the one you want to format, which is our new chart. Our new chart, and you just click on it. So let's format painter again. So it should bring something like brush. So when we click on format painter, okay, now let's because I have two versions of Excel on my system. I have the version 2020. You can see that yesterday it was hanging really bad. So we just needed to use the old version. So that's why probably the format painter is not working. So but when you use the Excel 2021, Excel 2024, then the format painter will definitely work. So when we use the format painter, we've removed the legend, we've removed the grid lines, so automatically it will remove everything in our new chart. So that's what the format painter does. So, and it will ease you of the stress you will go through again by formatting those charts uh, and one after the other. So that's what the format painter does. So please, do we have any question? I know we've done a lot, and probably we have questions. So let's just quickly treat that before the call ends. Hello.
No question from my end, sir.
Okay. So that means it's well understood, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So if you are to work with Excel, this though people actually still use this, and even this time around we have what we call agentic analytics. We have the where we have generative AI that can ease our task. So we use automation majorly in Excel. So all these things that we've been doing, it is what can we can just automate. And that means if you want to automate, you would have trained your let me say model this time around. You would have trained your model. Okay, this is what you are meant to do. So by the time I'm coming in with another data, I've trained you already to do this thing. Just perform that same task, perform it on this data. So and you see that it will use your ease uh, the stress of going through all this again. So since we don't have any question, I want us to go through what we've done since yesterday, and which is the logical functions, our pivot table, our Excel table. So we should just go through it and at our own time, just take time to practice. Like I said yesterday, that you will it will be difficult for someone not to succeed if you are consistent with one thing. If you are doing it over and over again, and that's what most people are. That's the problem of most people. Because I've been a tutor now for the past a data analytics tutor for the past 4 years, and I've had privilege to train some students. So I have one student that time that during the course of learning data analytics, he's also learning cybersecurity. He's learning web development, and he's not good at any. He's not. And that's the problem with most people. Oh, you want to learn data, you want to learn cybersecurity, you want to learn web development. Let's even stick to data analytics. You want to learn Excel today, you want to learn Power BI today, you want to learn Python today, and you also want to learn SQL today. It will not be possible. And you you will always find it difficult to when someone is saying talk to me. So that's just it. That's just it. That's just it. So you always find it difficult to be good, to be good. So always prioritize quality over variety. Okay, I know all of this, and you are not good at any. So, but if you are good at one, and it is that one that you know, you see that you will always you will always be successful, and people will definitely look for you. People will definitely look for you. So I'm just leaving us with this. I'm leaving us with this. Whatever thing we are learning, let's just let's please try as much as possible to stick to it. And at DBS Learning Forum, we'll be dropping updates. We'll be dropping job opportunity, which is our major aim. So we'll be dropping job opportunity, front end developer, web developer, anything, data analyst. We'll be dropping. Please let's try as much as possible to follow up. Yes, to follow whatever we are doing on the group. And also at the end of this uh, training today, we'll be asking questions on the group, and it also attract uh, price, little price. So by next week, we'll be starting our cohort for data analytics training as DBS technologists, and anyone that is willing or interested in joining can reach out to me. So it is a 12 weeks training, 12 weeks intensive training. So what we'll be doing the agentic analytics, the generative AI, and after the training we issue certificates and also mentorship and also ATS CV, so that will help you craft your CV and portfolio so that people can maybe hiring managers or anything can easily count you as a qualified candidate when you apply for jobs. So you know that you are different from any other person that is just applying casually without any portfolio. So we help you with that. And the training fee is 50,000, and you can pay by installments, which the deposit is 30,000, and you pay the remaining 1 month into the class. So that's if you are willing to join. So, and the class is 3 times a week. So it's at your own layer time where you will be free. So it is not as if maybe you will be missing any class. It is at your own layer time, and when you have any question, you reach out to the tutor, they put you through. So that's about the DBS Technologies Cohort 4. So like I said, this is just, it is not a teaser. Yes. So it is just to sample what we are to do in our premium class. So in our premium class. Yes. So we have some of our students that actually joined and majority did not join. So please, like I said, let's ensure we go through what we've learned, and we'll be asking questions on the group. So thank you very much for joining tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good night. Hello.